Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Sam. Hope all of you are doing great today. We have a new report from well-respected, renowned, well-known, incredible, usually accurate Apple analyst Min Chi, who's always putting out stuff about what Apple's about to do, and then, a few months later down the road, or in this case, a year down the road, turns out that that is exactly what they're doing. Today's report talks about the direction of iPhones in the future. I wanted to make this video because, the 2019 iPhones are right around the corner, and I wanted to help you guys decide whether or not, if you're looking to upgrade, maybe hearing this, you'll want to wait, or you'll definitely want to upgrade this year. I'm personally a little bit concerned about the future of the iPhone after hearing this, just because I don't know if this is what we need or what we want. But anyway, I want to tell you guys all about the latest details. So if you're excited for that, drop a like down below. Always helps me out. And of course, hit subscribe so you stay up to date on the latest Apple news. So we already know everything pretty much about this year's iPhones, but next year, Apple is doing something very different. While one screen size is going to remain the same, the 6.1-inch model, the 5.8 and 6.5-inch OLED models that we know now are getting scrapped. They're going away. In fact, Apple's doing this. For the 5.8-inch model, they're shrinking it. Yeah, Apple is making the lowest, highest-end iPhone, or the smallest, highest-end iPhone, 0.4 inches smaller, so it's going to measure in at 5.4 inches diagonally, which is a big change just because everywhere Apple's been heading has been for larger phones. And they are genuinely still heading there in some capacity, because for the 6.5-inch iPhone, that's also going away, guys. Apple has got Chungus, I guess, working to make these phones a little bit bigger because it's going up to 6.7 inches diagonally. A 6.7-inch iPhone is going to be enormous, and I'm not sure if anybody really is looking forward to that. Apple is basically going to redefine the normal sizes for their handsets. There's going to be a more lower end budget like iPhone XR model, I guess it'll be like the XR Mark III in 2020, that is going to remain at 6.1 inches. So the phone that everybody's gotten used to is staying the same. And that's fine. That makes sense that they would keep that one. But the 5.8-inch iPhone is getting smaller than it's ever been, and the 6.5-inch iPhone is getting bigger than it's ever been. I mean, if anything, based off what I've been reading and seeing online, people would be looking forward to a smaller iPhone rather than a larger one. 5.4 inches, even for me though, is gonna be a little bit tiny. Like, I like the size of the current 5.8-inch iPhone XS, but I don't know about 5.4 inches. I just feel like 0.4 inches, almost half of an inch, is a big change for the iPhone. Now, before jumping into why I think this could be problematic, I want to tell you guys the good news here. So the good news is that whether you get the 5.4, 6.1, or 6.7, I still can't believe it's going to be that big, model in 2020, they are all going to have OLED displays. So they're all going to be super clean, super crisp, and have amazing black levels. In 2019, this year, only the two highest end iPhone models, again, the 11 and the 11 Max, are going to have OLED, where the 11R or XR Mark II, that is still going to have an LCD screen in 2019, which is genuinely a little bit disappointing from my perspective. Now, here's where I think this is a really big problem. Apple is continuing to define farther on both ends of the spectrum, like extremes here. Like, you want the most expensive iPhones you can get, you're either getting the biggest iPhone you can buy that we're selling that's new, or the smallest iPhone you can buy that's new. I'm a moderate. I don't want the biggest phone. I also don't want the smallest phone. And I know, without question, because I've been using the 5.8 to 6.1-inch iPhone size, I'm going to want to go to that option in the middle, which is going to be the 6.1-inch like XR3. Here's the issue with that, though. The XR3 isn't going to get those big features that the other iPhones are going to be getting, because it's going to be the lower end, again, quote-unquote, budget iPhone. The XR is going to have LTE in 2020. It's not getting 5G. The other really small iPhone, the 5.4 and the big 6.7-inch iPhone, Kuo says that those will be getting 5G. So basically, you're going to have to get a much bigger iPhone than what you have, or a much smaller iPhone than you have, to get 5G, to get the best camera, to get the best screen tech that's out then. I hope you can see where I'm going here. You basically have to conform to one of these weird sizes if you want the latest and greatest features. Basically, what's going to happen is what we have now, where Apple's going to have two premium models, that's the 5.4 and 6.7-inch model, and then they're going to retain the lower cost 6.1-inch iPhone. And while in 2020 they'll all be more even than they are now, to get the new features, especially 5G, which is going to be huge, it's going to probably change how people interact and connect, because it is just so much quicker and speedier than 4G LTE. You're going to have to upgrade to one of those crazy expensive models to get that, where you just get LTE, 4G, the same thing we've had for years now, if you go with that mid-range option. So if Apple does continue with these screen sizes, I think they're going to really upset some of their longtime consumers, myself included, because I don't want to shrink my iPhone and I don't want to jump like 1.5 inches in my screen size to go up to that 6.7-inch model to get the latest features. I just want a 6.1 to 5.8-inch iPhone like they've been doing with those extra benefits like 5G, like better screen technology, like an upgraded camera. And we've already heard in 2020 that the camera systems could get a major upgrade. And that again will likely be tied to those two models on the farthest ends of the spectrum, the two premium ones. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts about this down below. Is this a concern for you? What do you think? Are you excited that Apple is totally redoing the sizing of the 2020 iPhones? Are you looking forward to a smaller one or a much larger one? Or are you going to gravitate towards that one in the middle? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. That's all I have for you in this video. I'll keep you guys updated on the 2020 iPhones, and hopefully it never usually turns out to be as bad as we think, but I don't know. This time feels a little bit different. I don't know about going to those two extremes on either end. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. Hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you all in my next video.